the Function with Purpose podcast. All things health, wellness, fitness, and education through the physical therapy perspective. I am Dr. Amy Bullock, owner and founder of Fortress Physical Therapy. Fortress PT is here to serve the Charlotte metro area by highlighting the importance of how and why physical therapy should be a part of your health and wellness lifestyle. Here we go. Welcome to Season 4, Episode 4 of the Function with Purpose podcast. Dr. Amy here. Hope y'all are having a lovely day. Thanks for the listen. Maybe you're sipping on some coffee. I love coffee. Anywho, I like to French press and AeroPress. Okay, so today's topic, I think I visited this a little while ago, last year, into one of the seasons, 1, 2, or 3. I don't know. I can't remember. I'll kind of look back at that. But expanding your movement language. Think of movement language as the alphabet. So a lot of us individuals are typically a desk jockey. You only know the desk positions. And that means, and what I mean by desk is you're at a computer all day. You're hunched over, you're staring at a screen, your neck is poked out like a turkey neck, that's what I like to call that. And then, you kind of get your daily dose of 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour of exercise. And then you get back to the desk jockey position, right? Because as a human being, usually after work, before work, and even midday, we have to eat. So what position are we in? We're in the desk jockey position. We're seated. We're sitting. We're conformed to that chair, right? So a lot of us individuals, I'm lucky. I'm not really one of those as much, only one day a week. We are desk jockeys. So I want you to think of this. You only know a certain movement language at the desk. Your hip is at 90 degrees. Your knee is bent at 90 degrees. Your ankles are at 90 degrees. Your mid-back is hunched over. You have rounded shoulders, right? So your pec muscles or your chest muscles are pulling your shoulders forward. Your head's poked out like a turkey, so the back of your neck starts hurting, right? Then you develop headaches. Oh, and then after that, after your desk jockey position or desk jockey duties, you're like, I'm gonna go exercise. I'm gonna go do the workout of the day or perform a heavy deadlift or a deep back squat because I can. And you only get your daily dose of movement for 30 minutes, maybe 60 minutes if you're lucky. I want you to think about this. What does that truly provide you in the long run? What you're not even expanding your movement language or your movement alphabet. So you got to start making your language more diverse. So daily movement language, it could be super minimal, right? Think about this. So you're sitting at a desk, you go to a gym, right, to keep the body within a certain range of motion, and then you go home and then you sit even more, right? That is the desk jockey work, right? That's your work duty. Your body is such an amazing machine. There is just so much more that needs to happen in order to expand your movement language, right? Expand the alphabet. Maybe learn some single arm or single leg movement. It could be as much as maybe you put your foot on a 6-inch step and you try to perform a lunge. So you're getting in a deeper hip range of motion, more bent position of the knee, and then you're trying to keep your ankle from preventing coming up from the stair, right? So that exposes your right and left sides of the body that, oh my gosh, I might have like a limitation here. Something's wrong. Well, maybe this is something that I need to work on. So, you know, another thing that I like to think of with movement language or movement alphabet is there is a lot of us, and there is research on this, that if you are unable to get up off of the floor without the use of your hands, if you're unable to get up, excuse me, let me rephrase that. If you are unable to get up from the floor and you have to use your hands or external support, maybe you go and crawl next to the couch, then your life expectancy decreases. Yeah, there's research on that. That means the big D word perhaps may come closer than expected. But think of this. If you are able to get up off the floor without using your hands, maybe you're able to lunge forward and get into that deep lunge position without using external support or the cabinet or the couch, or maybe your knee pain or your hip pain is diminished or non-existent because you've been training these extreme ranges of motion and you can get up with confidence without pain. Oh my gosh, like that makes me feel strong. My movement language is expanded. All right, think back to, oh my gosh, the Ice Age, the caveman age, right? They didn't have physical therapy back then. They didn't have weights to lift. They lift rock and they lift their food that they killed, right? So, you know, we are too much in this desk jockey type work field that some little things that can help expand our movement language is standing up a little bit more and maybe going up on your toes and back down, or a heel lift or a calf raise, right? Or maybe you are at your desk, but you're in the tall kneeling position and you lunge forward to try to get into a deep squat. Talk about killing two birds with one stone. Well, guess what? If you sneak in these daily movement alphabet soup, I like to say, you expand that, and then you go into the gym and train those positions, oh my gosh. Then when you get to your back squat or maybe a heavy deadlift, if you're a pretty avid exerciser and you like lifting heavy things and putting them down, I will guarantee you that you will feel strong AF. More than what you were doing in the past, being a desk jockey and then just going into the gym and doing what's on that whiteboard or blackboard and then going back home, back to your desk jockey position and calling it a day. Oh, and when you sit on the floor, it's kind of hard to get up because your knee hurts and your back hurts and your ankles hurt and there's pain with it as soon as you stand up. Well, you're not doing anything for yourself. Your movement language is minimal. But think, if you sneak these little alphabet soups throughout the day, maybe it's standing up and bending back at your waist, right? Right, to get out of this flexed position and expose your back to an extended position, right? Then you are only helping yourself in the long run. You're preventing the onset of future injury. You are preventing the onset of frequent aches and pains. You are preventing the onset of other health metrics that might pop up. High blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, right? So I want you guys to start thinking about expanding the movement language or expanding your movement alphabet, getting some daily movement language rolling. All right, get that standing desk. And then once you sneak in these daily movement doses, oh my gosh, carrying that over to the gym, you can do that same stuff and load it up, but load it appropriately. So, just to kind of get your mind tinkering and thinking a little bit more down the road. So, yeah, if this speaks to you, drop a comment. Oh my gosh, I want to hear from you guys. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm pretty active on Instagram. The name handle is at Fortress Physical Therapy. So send me a direct message or, yeah, so movement language. And that is something personally that I've been expanding, and I am loving it. Single arm, single leg training, and then that will, oh my gosh, perform a deadlift or a bench, money. So if you're in the Charlotte area, definitely hit up Fortress Physical Therapy. Me, Dr. Amy, I would love to help you guys out. We can even do a little assessment from afar. Virtually, we do virtual physical therapy assessments and treatments, and make a plan for you. So start expanding your movement language, your alphabet soup, and measure yourself down the road. Is getting up off the floor better, same, or worse? That's a wrap for today's episode, Function with Purpose podcast. For more information on this episode, please check out the show notes within your podcast app. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, or drop your comments and questions below. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Thanks for the listen. Pursuit, precision, purpose.